Welcome to Kitchen Table Tangles. My name is Rick,
Hi, I'm Maria.
and I'm doing this little bit of Hollibaugh to set up this Holy Hollibaugh exercise. And we learned this on a class that we gave at Genentech out in San Francisco.
And this was a guy who had never tangled before.
Never
too.
tangled before. One of the scientists there did this to his Hollibaugh. And
It was the coolest thing.
As soon as we saw it, it's like, okay, got to play with this. So we're going to work with these three tiles and see where we can go. And we just want to plant some seeds here, just like that guy planted some seeds. And we're going to plant some seeds for you, and we'll see what you guys do with it. So I'm just going with this layer here, and
Is that an 01 micron?
I'm using an 01 black micron, and I sort of cut a hole in it. And now I'm looking for the way those other pieces would appear underneath.
So he follows the line very carefully. Rick is a lot more careful than I am, but it always pays off. It comes out so beautiful.
So I literally do draw behind. I like sort of hover the pen over the paper. So here I'm putting that brown aura in. So now you get a sense of looking through the first one. And now I cut an opening in the second one. And I'm just finishing cutting an opening in the third one. Checking all yep, that works.
So now he's filling in these spots so that you can see the background coming through. So he's got a Jelly Roll number 10 white, which is a marvelous tool.
Yeah,
it's really nice.
It just really the white flows out so beautifully.
Nice and bright white.
You do have to make sure you let it dry, but once you do let it dry, you'll notice I sort of overstepped my bounds so that I could then go back and restate the line and give a really sharp edge to those. So see how beautiful that just defines that?
You'll use this technique often now that you've seen him do it. It really tidies things up a little.
So laying down some graphite on all those, where the shades of gray would be showing through those new openings, and then smoothing it into the fiber of the tile with that beautiful tortillon. And there we go, slightly revised. You can see the original
New and
one.
improved.
Yeah, you can see the original one on the app. I posted those. So here, let's play with this one, and I'll put something like, I don't know, this big oval going through, so I intersect, what's underneath it and the frame, and just sort of playing with the idea of where we can go with this.
So the holes that you put in this Holy Hollibaugh, it doesn't have to be a circle or a square or anything. It can be any shape you want that maybe kind of complements your work.
And you just get the idea that I can look and find out what's behind this.
It's like Alice in the Looking Glass,
Yes.
looking through the glass.
So now I'm looking, okay, well, there's the band that's going behind. I'm using the brown here. And I like to aura as much as possible the lines to the opposite side of the pen, so it's just easier to see. So now, since we're seeing through this hole, we're looking at that brown background, so we color that in.
Look what a beautiful color it is. Now this is a Sakura 01 brown pen. I know they have some that are called sepia, and you might be tempted to get sepia,
Right.
but
We use the brown.
this is brown. The sepia is like a dark blackish brown.
Yeah.
That almost you can't tell the difference between brown and black.
So again, I'm using that white to fill in where the border is. I'm just going to do another little cut out over here that goes off the edge. let's fill that in. What's neat with the brown pen on this paper is that you can see it's got like this nice texture. It's not just a solid color, and you can play with that. It's very fun.
Now he's going in with the graphite pencil and adding some shades so that it belongs there, and you can see the layers and the distance. And how cool is that?
Just sort of lift it up off the page. Now, again, with this technique, you can go back over make sure it's dry, of course, and just go back over that and tighten that up.
So I like to think it's like adding a little bit of love. You can see here the pen is skipping a little bit. So all you have to do is just go onto a scrap piece of paper or on the back of your tile, run your pen a little squiggle here and there, and it'll come back to life and do what it needs to do.
Yeah, as soon as the ink starts flowing out of the pen, you can come back, and so these pens are very resilient. So, and you can shade on top of the white. I just stuck my chop in there. And, you know, I looked at it and I thought, well, that's neat, but it needs more. So I took it over to Maria and I said, can you do something? And
I don't even remember doing this, honey, but God, I did a great job. Look at that.
Awesome.
That's so fun.
So it's a fun back and forth. So in this final one of Me Too, I put in some circles and ovals and sort of played around so that it would, you know, cover where the other ones intersected with the background. And I'm doing the regular thing here with the pencil and the tortillon. And it's so neat. It lifts up off the paper. And I'm using the white charcoal to give like some highlight. And when I'm doing a large area, I keep a white charcoal with a really blunt tip. And this feathering with the tortillon, I'm doing this really lightly. I just want to invite it into the fiber. I don't want to force it into the fibers of the paper.
It makes it pop really nicely.
And where it went into the black, I'll just snap that up a little bit. I will put the auras in all those sections. And I'll post these on the app under Hollibaugh, W-H-O-L-L-Y, Hollibaugh. And so there's the final one. And those dots and dashes, you also hear them. And that stands for RR and MT.
It's Ricky's Valentine for me. So romantic.
So we try to... I had a lot of fun with this, and we hope you will too. And here we are with all three, and with thanks to that wonderful gentleman out at Genentech, and we're looking forward to what you do. So thanks for stopping by.
Bye.